The Christmas fantasy comedy Scrooge is certainly such an entertaining film. Now, I wouldn't call this one of my favorite Christmas movies, but I will say it is a whole lot of fun from beginning to end. So, based on the 1843 novel A Christmas Carol, Scrooge is a modern retelling that follows Frank Cross, who is a cynical and selfish television executive who really doesn't care much about anything except for his job. But on one night, his old boss, who had died 7 years prior, gives him a very important message in this scene here.
I'm warning you, Frank. Don't waste your life as I did mine.
Waste? How can you say that? You're a legend in this business. You're the man who invented the miniseries.
Mankind should have been my business. Charity, mercy, kindness, that should have been my business. Don't wait. Get yourself involved. Now, it's too late for me, but it's not for you. You can be saved. You are going to be visited by 3 ghosts.
Ooh, 3 ghosts.
3 ghosts, Frank. Expect the first one tomorrow at noon.
And from that point on, Frank gets quite the journey as these 3 ghosts teaches him the meaning of Christmas and how he needs to change his ways in order to be a better person to other people. And from there, it's an interesting Christmas film. Like, quite frankly, only seen this twice as of this recording. So I didn't grow up watching this film like other people have seen throughout the years. But I did like a lot about it, such as the acting and the music, which was done by Danny Elfman. The story overall, how Frank becomes a better individual by the end of the film. And even though I wouldn't put this one over other Christmas movies out there, this is still entertaining for what it is. Now, I thought all the characters, they were interesting. Frank Cross, he's this selfish, arrogant prick that doesn't really care about anybody but himself. And of course, his job being the top executive at IBC television. Not only that though, but I thought that Bill Murray did such an amazing job playing the character. Like, it's a great character development for him because he's visited by 3 ghosts. With them, showing him how his past was, his present, and what he'll end up if he doesn't change, his future. And not only that though, but I honestly thought that Elliot was a sad character. The reason I say that is because, dude gets fired in the beginning of the movie just for disagreeing with Frank. And then he has some of the worst luck all throughout this film. He becomes homeless. His wife, leaves him with their baby. She takes the kid and, he just loses it at the end. I thought, felt kind of bad for that character for all of the terrible things he was going through. And then there was Grace. She had a tough time as well, considering the circumstances. How Frank is just mean to her. And I also thought that Claire was another interesting character. Karen Allen actually did a good job playing her. She's with Frank for a short amount of time, and then she realizes how selfish she is. Even though, Frank gets visited by the 3 ghosts, I felt like, they ain't do enough with that. Like, they ain't spend upon, his past a little bit more. Yeah, they did show part of his past, but I feel like something more could have been done with it. Not only that though, but I honestly think that some of the movie, it gets a little bit dark, especially towards the end. Like, this is not a dark Christmas film overall. I mean, it's pretty funny for what it is. It's just that it's not a family Christmas film, if you get what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't recommend this to little children or anything because it would scare them. But honestly though, I do like this movie, despite the issues that it does have. At the end of the day, this is still an enjoyable film, despite, what I've been saying about it. It's not perfect, but at the same time, it's not an outright disaster either. I'm giving this film a 7 out of 10. Yeah, it's just decent. One of the main issues I had with this film is that Frank Cross, he's not a likable character. Like, it's hard to get behind the protagonist when you really don't like him. And for a majority of this film, I couldn't stand Frank just because of how mean he was to other people. At least he had redeemed himself at the end of this one, so that's something. Plus, this one is not your typical Christmas movie because it's not family friendly. At the end of the day, if you're looking for a holiday film to watch around this time of the year, then you can check this one out because despite some issues that it does have, it's still quite an entertaining movie. And that's my review of Scrooge. Okay, leave your comments down below in the section and let me know what you think about this movie. Alright, this is Slim Guy 172 saying peace out.